Correct. And your estate planning, which is completing a will or even having a trust, it depends on, a lot of it depends on assets. The more assets you have, hopefully you've already seeked out estate planning, and that estate planning includes end of life. But once you're dead, this may shock people, but you're unable to tell people how you want your money to be spent.
That
So,
that yeah, there's a pardon me, there's a drop dead date to that.
yeah, yeah, unintended. And so yeah, the will is the instrument that, or a trust. Most people just have a will, and that is the document that enables you to make sure that your assets are going to the people that you want it to go to, and even be used for the reasons that you want it to be used for. And those are very important documents. And if you don't have a will, then you're leaving it up to your state law. So in Texas, good luck. It's going to be different. There are laws in place.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just. But if you meant for somebody not to get money and they fall in the line of succession, it's they're going. That person's going to get it. And
Case in point, I had a client, she passed away without a will. She had, let's see, three brothers and a sister, heirs. One of them she didn't want to get anything because he's sitting in a prison, life sentence. But he got a third. He got his third,
yeah,
or his fourth or whatever the number was. He got it
hmm,
because there was no will, and so it dropped into his account in state prison.
absolutely.
So
Yeah.
they're going to get their money. Now, I did a quick search and I just did a quick Google search to ask what percentage of US citizens have a will or a trust? And it is 30 to 40% is what the Google gave me. So when you think about that, somewhere around a third of US citizens have a plan. That's
Yeah.
not very many. That's not enough.
Yeah. And I think a lot of that may have to do with, okay, what are my assets? So a whole
Mm-hmm.
bunch of people, here's our common customer. Our common customer is somebody in Texas or anywhere. We do business nationwide, but we'll go with Texas right now, who mom and dad bought a house in the 80s and they paid $150,000 for that house.
Right.
Um, Mom and dad are just blue collar workers, living mostly paycheck to paycheck, a little bit of money put aside, but not much, not a lot of assets, but mainly the house is the asset. And so that line of thinking, you'd say, well, I don't need a will. I don't have anything fancy. I don't own
Yeah.
stocks. I don't own any companies. That's it. I just have this house. Well, the house is a major asset, and for most people, it's the biggest asset they
Right.
possess, they own. And if you pass away without any plans with that house, well, first of all, it'll go, as we said, in testate. If you don't have a will, and so it'll likely be sold, and all of the people in line of succession who, and under the Texas intestate laws, will receive a portion of the purchase price of the house. Even if you have a will and you have beneficiaries, the ben- part of what our business is about is beneficiaries are mostly unfamiliar with the probate process as well. So even if you're being responsible and you say, "All right, I'm going to go to an attorney, I'm going to get a will, and leave everything to my kids," which most people do, it's important to share that with your kids, and it's important to share what that probate process is. What is it going to be like after I pass away, right? So, all right, there'll be a funeral, and we'll all have ice cream and tell good stories afterward. Um, maybe,
But then what?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
But then what?
yeah. But then what? And then what is important? People don't want to talk about money, but you know what? The beneficiaries need money. And if suddenly they were expecting, a lot of people just think that when someone passes away, what do I see in movies? We go to the attorney's office, they read the will, I get the car, here are the keys, someone else gets a little bit of money out of a bank account, here's a check, and we all share the house. That's not how it works. There's like this whole process because probate is there to make sure that your creditors are able to make a claim. So, as I said, since your debts don't die with you, creditors have an opportunity. So that could be health care, that could be virtually anybody who you owed money to before you died can make a claim against your estate. And then those assets in the estate that are left, if the judge approves that claim, that would go to satisfy those claims before being paid out to beneficiaries. So